My name is Sally Robinson and my work is called Body in a Box. My painting is produced in acrylic on canvas. It's got a heavy texture over it, which I create using stencils, layer upon layer of little patches of colour to build up the image and tone. And because I worked as a screen printer producing fine art prints for many years, I got used to using stencils and I really enjoyed that way of working. So when I started to paint again, I developed a technique where I could paint using stencils. So I either found objects or commercially available stencils, or sometimes I get stencils laser cut specifically for a particular pattern that I want. And I use those to paint through so that I get a layering of patches of colour and tone, which give a sort of a flickering effect of light and colour, and also a slight pixelated quality which relates to the way we often see the world in our digital age. It usually takes me about 2 months to complete a work, and that's working fairly consistently. This is a self-portrait of me sitting naked in a big cardboard box. It was produced last year when I was starting to feel boxed in by ageing, that I felt my body was slowing me down, and yet somehow time seemed to be speeding up. And I'm of an age where I fully appreciate the adage, youth is wasted on the young. What I could do with all that time and energy now. Anyway, then this year we had COVID and I started to feel boxed in again by feeling more vulnerable and isolated. And so this painting seemed appropriate for this exhibition as well. Although in this painting I'm sitting in the box, it's not without hope, because I'm looking out. I'm looking out at the world and the box is open. I can get out and reconnect with the world. It may take a bit of effort, but I'm not closed in. Yes, my husband, glass artist Bruce Puzzle, and I share a studio. It used to be an old shop, and it's rather nice because we've got 3 separate areas. There's a messy workspace where we create the works. There's a sort of clean space with computer and office set up, and then a little gallery on the side. It's located in Sydney. We spend half our time in Sydney and half our time here at Lake Macquarie. At least 3 days a week I try to work in the studio. I studied art at the National Art School in the 1970s. I then worked as an artist for the Australian Museum in Sydney, and then I went back to art school as a lecturer, so I've sort of been at both ends. Well, ever since I left art school, I've produced different forms of artwork. I started off producing screen prints based on Australian flora, fauna and culture. And then about 2 decades ago, I went back to painting, and I now paint portraits and abstract paintings. The best thing about being an artist for me is that I only have to please myself. Of course, you always hope that your work connects with other people and that they want to look at it or even buy it. But ultimately, that's not why you do it. You just do it to please yourself. I think art is a very important part of culture. It's a record of a particular time and place in which an artist finds his or herself, and it documents the history, culture and society of that time. I was rather chuffed because it won the Portuguese Portrait Prize last year.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Did you get some money with that?
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's really
Yes, artists don't earn a lot of money, but if you can win a big prize occasionally, it
Oh,
helps.
yeah.